Hey guys, unfortunately, it's a kind of a bad news public service announcement video today. I learned a few days ago that Fine Accoutrements was going to have to stop production or has already stopped production of their hard pucks. They fit into these bowls here that Fine sold, and I really like this kind of container for my shaving soaps. I like the one that Mitchell's Wool Fat has, and Tabac has a cool one. These ceramic type just has some gravitas to it. It contributes to my mental shave environment, and so I'm a big fan. So I bought several of these, and this is actually a backup. And I found out about these, they can just call them soap bowls, and the puck fits exactly right down in there. And they stack. There's an indention on the bottom that can go on top of the one below it. And so they seal each other up as they stack. And I think that's a really neat thing. And so I bought all the matching colors for the soaps that I do like from Fine, which are most of them. There are a few brands out there where I like most of their scents. They haven't ventured too many places where I don't like, and Fine is one of those very few. Here's what the bowl box, looks like, and there are probably a few of them still out there. Places like Small Flower or West Coast Shaving, maybe Italian Barber, those maybe eBay, that sort of thing. Check other retail prices before you buy it on eBay to make sure you're not overpaying if you're interested. Was this 20 bucks? I think when I bought these, they were 20 bucks. And then, of course, the puck here. This is the main subject of today's video. There was a manufacturing factory in, I believe, Germany, maybe the Netherlands. I can't really remember exactly. I thought the article said Germany. You can get on the Fine Accoutrements website, and they have an alert right there, news about the event. It's a 100-year-old factory, and they make hard soaps or soaps for other people as well, not just Fine. And they are owned by a parent company, and apparently they just weren't doing as well as they needed to keep that factory going. So they had to shut it down. And so maybe even this month, in November of 2020, is when the last bit of the soap rolled off the shelves, or maybe it's the last bit of soap from that factory, maybe not necessarily from Fine Accoutrements, but I believe his message was buy it while you can. And even then, a few days ago when I checked his own website, he only had 1 or 2 cents left in the hard puck. Now, Fresh Vetiver is one of my all-time favorites. It's the same scent as Gray Vetiver, and it's just all-time favorite, easygoing type scent. And so this is my backup puck, and I just wanted to show you guys. And so got the little Fine stamp on there. It is a hard puck of soap. Now, when you have it at the bottom of a mug and you use it for a few days, it will turn soft. You'll be able to press and indent it because of that moisture. But I'm in the middle of testing right now to see how many uses I'll be able to get from a puck of this, although that's a little less relevant now that it will become harder for people to buy. I did get online and buy some backups, but it's no doubt going to sell out. Who knows how quickly? I'm sure there are some vendors who have a good supply of it on hand, maybe some of the larger ones, and so there's some hope there. The Razor Company, I believe, is another one. Really happy with them. They have pretty low shipping costs. I mean, pretty low threshold there, and if you get above the $10 or whatever it is they have, then it's free shipping. Sometimes you'll be able to get this puck not as a standalone puck. That got phased out either early this year or last year, and I was concerned. And so that's why, because I was told the bowls were being phased out, and so I went ahead, and that's when I bought my backup bowls. And then because the pucks, and so I emailed Mr. Fine. The guy's name is Todd, and he's always been very responsive to my emails. Within a couple days, I'll get something back. And he told me that, yeah, the pucks here, it didn't seem like they were selling as much as they really wanted to when they created the whole refillable system with the bowls and pucks, and they were switching to the plastic containers, the plastic tubs for and it's got the same puck in it. And so I was comforted, at least I may have to pay $4 more to get the $16 plastic tub with the puck in it, but then I'll be able to move it into the bowl and still be able to use my bowls. Well, okay, that's great. Because, I mean, for as many shaves as this soap is going to give me, paying $16 instead of 12 or 13 is not as big of a deal, really. And so that was stage one, where they kind of told me, they told us that they were not going to be making the individually packaged pucks anymore, and therefore not the bowls either. And then recently here, they've said that that the factory just wasn't selling enough for their main parent company, or I mean, the company in general, wasn't making enough money to keep that factory open. So perhaps that factory was a little bit less profitable than some of the other locations. I don't know their choices behind that, obviously. So if you like fine accoutrements, hard classic soap, then get it while you can. It seems like it's not any kind of hoax or anything. He is working on a replacement soap formula or product. I believe he's got the formula nailed down from what he said. And because I emailed him recently and I said, this new soap, is it going to be a hard puck like you have produced before, or is it going to be, are you moving toward the croap style like so many other artisan vendors are using? And he did reply back, it's going to be more of the croap style. So gone are the days of the hard pucks with this brand, and we still have some from other makers. But if you like a particular scent, now the good news is that Platinum from Fine Accoutrements is the same scent as Creed Aventus, and which is duplicated by many vendors like Sterling's Executive Man. Ariane Evans, I believe, have one as well. So many makers. What is it? Is it Sellout by Declaration Grooming? Although that one's not as strong as the Platinum is. This is the Gray Vetiver. And so there's a cologne still for that. And Sterling did a temporary run of this for their Responders for Life, maybe in 2019, but that's still kind of going to be hard to get. And so I was glad to always be able to point people to this one, but now obviously that's going to go by the wayside. The American Barbershop was nice. I'm trying to remember if any of those had complimentary scents. Yeah, L'Orange Noir was a fine scent that I believe it was the same as one of the, maybe a Terre d'Hermes type scent, and a lot of makers are making that. It's either, is it Arlington or Marlboro? Probably Arlington, maybe. There's a D.R. Harris scent that is the same as L'Orange Noir. So I never really bought that until the very end. Italian Citrus is a good one. Green Vetiver is nice. This is the fresh Vetiver. The Snake Bite is one I think that has a lot of menthol. I don't need that one. Anyway, those are some of the. So we do have some of their scents do have duplications across other vendors, so you won't be missing out on the scent. And I did read that article. If you want to go to Fine Accoutrements page, you can see their announcement about the discontinuation and probably the note about the new soap coming forward. Then you can also, if you look, there's a link to the original article that talked about the factory closing, and that was neat. Mr. Fine also said that he told a little bit about his history of starting out with these classic pucks when he started out with them, and he said that he was searching for something that had the performance of the tobacco line of soaps, the hard pucks, and he searched through American vendors. And he wasn't able to find anybody that could make it. Went over to Europe, and he says he found the very same soap base recipe and was able to use it for tobacco. And so we get the great performance of tobacco in a bunch of really cool scents. And that was really neat story. I don't think the same company is making tobacco, but that could be true. I haven't heard any news that tobacco is going to shut down their puck production, so I'm going to guess it's different. So there we go. Now I wanted to show you a couple of things while I was here talking about this soap. So this guy is the exact same size that can fit in, I don't have one with me, the classic Old Spice vintage mugs. And here is the 4-ounce sterling refill that you can buy. And I wanted to kind of put a plug in for them because I don't know if any people know about the 4-ounce refill. Maybe too many people are ordering so many soaps they never end up finishing them. Maybe that's a problem, but this is what that looks like. If you see on their website, if they'll offer on that drop down the 5.8 ounce tub, and then they'll offer maybe a 1-ounce sample. Well, this is what the 4-ounce puck looks like, and this one happens to be Sterling 1. It's a good scent. And it's about the same size. So I bet it is soft enough to where you could squeeze it. So if you wanted to squeeze this down into one of those classic mugs, you could, but I think it's going to lose its scent a little bit faster than the fine would. So maybe put a cover on it or something. So I just wanted to show you the refill puck. It is taller than the fine puck by half a millimeter, half a centimeter, or something like that. And then here's a Hazlinger Puck. This is their Milch, and this is their sheep lanolin and sheep type tallow stuff, and it is smaller than the fine pucks, just for information. So this obviously will fit into a different set of mugs, or you'd have to shave part of it and put the shavings around it to get it to stick. Another great performing soap. So there we go. Get out there if you want. If you're a fan of this soap brand, if you're a fan of this particular puck, the hard pucks are not something that seems to be all that popular. And so I'm afraid that we have another one that's kind of fallen to the wayside due to the economy and the demand, I guess. It's just not that quite there for them. So if you're one of the few, the proud, the people who like these, then you might want to. I just wanted to give you fair warning that they will be getting more rare. All right. Well, all the best to you guys in your hunts, if you choose to. Take care. This is Sugar Daddy Shaves.